In this video, we will see with next gen sales what is going to be changed in the current system, configuration wise or setups wise. So we know next gen sales and service center, HR help desk. So all of these applications are now moving towards next gen say means VBS based screens. So the uh, main principles for this is because it supports all of these features: conversational UI, and it is perspective, and it is always contextual, actionable, and going forward. So all AI and automation, all of these can be implemented with these solutions. So now before so implementing or the next gen sales, so we have the system is not completely replaced with the next gen sales setup. So if we see in the first step, so where we can see some of workspace, access groups, and then CX sales mobile. So these are all part of some productivity improvement tools. So so Oracle first introduced these tools, and then so based on these, right, so next gen sales is also implemented. For example, access groups and workspace. Uh, so to access objects or records, so what, right? So it's all depends on the uh, these two setups. Access groups will give the uh, data security access, and then workspace will provide the setups, right? Like if you want to enable some object, right, in next gen sales screens, so it must be enabled in workspace, the object and field. So in the same, this is also applicable to CX sales mobile. CX sales mobile is uh, also based on workspace objects or workspace setup. So going forward, like these features will be introduced in upcoming uh, releases. And the the important thing in this video is these points. So currently we are using simplified simplified pages. So previously we have only these simplified object pages. This is before introducing workspace, and then Oracle introduces workspace. It gives quick search and additional uh, quick methods, uh, right? So faster. So these are all some benefits with workspace. So now before introducing digital sales, we have these two options to view the records by customers, right? So now digital sales is introduced, and it's a new and advanced UI. So with the help of Visual Builder Studio, and the so previously we were using Application Composer for all pages modification and for any scripting, property changes. So for all of this, we were using Application Composer. So this Application Composer will still work. It will still exist with even with digital sales. So the only so this digital sales is can be this digital sales can be enabled along with workspace and simplified pages. So this is just um, additional option to users to view their records. And if workspace or simplified pages are not in use, then this all the pages, right, pages configuration we don't need to do, and because the UI is coming from Visual Builder or Next-Gen Sales UI. And also it doesn't support all of the objects uh, in Next-Gen Sales. Suppose territory, PRM applications, quota management. So these are all not yet supported. So only the standard objects like account, contact, or lead, opportunity, activity, right, service request. So these objects are currently in the Redwood UI. And so all the objects, right? So if you want to create a new object, field, or any relationship, or if you want to write some field updatable properties, right? So all must be done using Application Composer. And all object and page level properties, like if we have any updatable condition and field level updatable field level required properties, uh, so and if we write any default values, so all these field level scripts will still work. And if we write any object trigger or field trigger, so all these will still work. So only page level scripts and properties, if we write any page level, if we go to pages and uh, right, so those will not applicable, because the pages itself we are not using in right. So we are completely not using pages. And then since we are using VBS screens, so this pages will no longer work. And for custom objects, it's a new setup. So we need to, after creating a custom object, we need to enable in Workspace and all the fields, and then it will be available. It can be exposed from scratch using VBCS. So likewise, in an app composer, or we don't have predefined standard pages. So we need to like design, create page and edit page, all of that from scratch. But we may expect in future, so the in Next-Gen Sales also, the custom object will have predefined pages like we have in like simplified UI, but it might be in future releases. So that's all about this very basic introduction and a few of points that I wanted to cover.